And I'm playing Blank, which is a human cleric. It's an acolyte.
It's also sterile.
Hey YouTube, I'm Elliott, and today I'll be playing Big Shock, who is a ranger, and his race is a tiefling, and he's an outlander as well.
Alright,
Not
and,
tiefling.
Whatever.
and I'm the Dungeon Master Jack, and let's get started. So, you guys are all mercenaries. You wander from basically town to town in the world of Forgotten Realms, and you all come across a town called Themdarum. Themdarum is a dwarven town that's been recently bombarded by large hordes of undead, and the mayor of the town has hired y'all to solve the issue. The townsfolk have all agreed that it's they're all basically originating from this crypt in the area, and there's a local legend that tells of like this dwarf man who lost his mind and went mad with power, and now he controls the undead. And so that's where you guys basically end up, and y'all are starting at the entrance of the crypt. So you walk up in the middle of the woods, and it's basically a small little probably
Shack.
20 by 20 shack looking, made of
Shack.
stone, that you can basically walk in. So you guys walk down the stairs, and then in is a basically 20 foot by 20 foot room, and it's all stone brick. The air is kind of still since you're underground. It's very dusty in here. It's not like a lot of people have been here for a long time. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's very bare. There's only, you look around, there's the entrance that you came in, the stairs that go down, and there's an entrance right in front of you where the stairs go down even more. And yeah, this is where y'all start. There's a mural on the wall to your immediate left, to y'all's immediate left. So yeah, what do y'all do?
Perception roll. 17.
Okay.
Let's go.
There's a mural on the wall.
Yeah, there is.
The air tastes kind of like old, like this has been
Like
here for a
old?
while.
Like cocaine is still in Coca-Cola old?
Yes.
Okay. Wow.
That's old.
Yeah, I mean,
Thousands of years.
you start to feel kind of unnerved. Your scales are starting to be like as a lizard folk, you don't go underground a lot, and so you start to feel anxious, because mostly just because you're underground. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. There's no wind movement at all. Everything like I don't know. It smells stale in the air.
I don't know about this. You get kind of anxious. Shit up.
Let's go in.
Go in.
That's the exact opposite of what I just
Oh,
said.
All right, not gonna look at the mural. Just keep going.
No, what's on it? Obviously, you want us to know.
Well, I was just asking. You guys can keep going if you want. Do you want to go?
Sure.
Or?
Investigate.
Oh,
the
investigate it.
14.
Okay, so the mural,
It's actually 13.
Shut the fuck up.
to pay reference to another piece of media, it's similar to Alduin's Wall from Skyrim. It's this stone, basically, picture, and it looks like there's this dwarf man with a book, and he's like reading out of it in one part. You look over, and then he's got like a little son like next to him.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next portion, the son is dead, or what you'd assume is dead, and he's like crumpled in the guy's hands. And then the dwarf man is last seen on the picture shaking hands with this skeletal darkish figure. And at the bottom of it,
Striking a deal.
in the bottom of it engraved is the legend of Balgr Stormborn.
Okay, so the dad lost his son to become a necromancer so he could get his son back.
That's
Oh,
what it
shit.
would seem like. That's what it would seem like.
Wow, that was a very detailed understanding of that. You must have really good investigation.
Minus one investigation.
It really is not. Anyone could have seen that.
Okay, we're going.
I have
Okay.
9. I have 8 intelligence, so yeah, anyone could have seen that and figured it out. Who wants to take charge?
I will.
I'm in
I
the
will.
back.
I will.
Yeah, what's y'all's marching order?
I'll go first.
I'll take the back. I'll take the rear. I love the rear.
I'll take the remaining position of middle.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay. All right, so you guys start to descend down these cobblestone-like stairs. It starts to get like the stairs start to narrow in on you as you guys begin to go down to where it's just barely not like hitting your shoulders for the biggest of you.
Yeah.
Everything's starting to get pretty dark. Like there's no real light sources, so I mean, yeah, you can barely see in front of you. You don't even know what's illuminating
Do
the
humans
place.
have dark vision?
Humans don't have dark vision.
I have. I'm
Thought that
a
was a-
light
I thought
cleric.
that
I
was a
have
serious
light spells coming out of my ass.
Why would you? Okay.
All right. And so you look to see what is like an exit at the bottom. You guys have been going on the stairs now for probably like 5-10 minutes. So you're starting to go pretty deep into the ground. As soon as you sort of exit the stairway, there's this big opening where basically it opens up into this large sort of hallway. It goes way down there, and it's probably about 20 feet wide. And each couple of like feet is this gothic looking pillars that go up. And yeah, it's very dimly lit. There are torch sconces on the wall. And yeah, that's it. So what do y'all do?
I'm gonna
light a torch.
I'm gonna
Seems like we
roll
can't see.
perception
Pop out
for
torch.
anything that we just don't immediately see.
Okay.
So that's a
Wait, what does he do?
5 plus a 12.
Yeah, but
Blank, what are you doing?
That's strong.
Oh, I'm looking to see if there's anything that we don't already see.
All right then.
So,
So it's a lot similar to the last room. The walls actually you can tell are like matted with dust that are coming from the bottom up, which seems a little bit strange because the floor is stone. And you think that you can hear like a faint like whistling noise. Not like whistling like somebody whistling, but like the wind is passing in a certain like direction. That's what you think you hear.
Okay.
So the only real direction y'all have is forward. So
Oh,
is
yeah.
that where you-
Oh, yeah.
that's where you go.
I thought we were going to continue
We
going
can
forward
always
until we
go
got stopped.
Okay.
we could. We didn't have to do this.
So you guys start to walk a couple, like probably 15, 20 feet. You guys start to begin to hear these whisperings. Like whisperings in your ears from all different. You can't really tell what direction it's coming from. Does anybody want to make a Arcana check?
I got
I don't
you.
have.
It's a 16 minus 1 to a 15.
Why do you roll?
Okay. So you definitely know that this whispering is magical, and
Oh boy.
Okay.
but I mean, yeah, that's about it.
It's definitely voices in your head.
Yeah, someone is intentionally putting that there. All right.
Okay.
So y'all keep walking.
Oh, yeah.
I just yell,
Oh, yeah.
show yourself.
You yell, show yourself.
Yeah.
Yell.
Okay, everybody make a wisdom saving throw.
God damn
Roll
it.
initiative. No, I'm kidding.
Oh boy.
Oh, well, good thing I have
16.
16?
Holy
Wisdom.
17.
17? 19? Okay, y'all all passed.
Fuck you.
Hey, I
So,
knew we were gonna pass.
So you begin to hear this whispering going louder and louder in your head. It's like, hush, hush, turn back. And it's like trying to, like, basically get into your heads and saying, you know, like, Master will be in this, please, turn back. And, but you all kind of shake it out of your minds. And as soon as you yell out, show yourself, you have to roll initiative.
Fuck!
So everybody,
God
put yourself.
damn it.
So y'all had walked up
Yeah.
like what, 20 feet? Y'all had walked up 20
Yeah.
feet.
Oh.
So which room are we in?
Yeah, this is the whole hallway here.
Right here?
Yep.
I'm in the back. I rolled a 14.
I rolled a 2, so
Strong. What, did you add your initiative?
so a 5.
Hey, it's better than a 4.
I rolled 14 as well.
Okay.
So you play rock, paper, scissors to see who goes first. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
I win.
I kind of wanted to lose.
They don't want you to win.
They don't want you to. Tactical decision.
Give me a sec. I'm writing down.
Cool.
Okay.
Key.
What's
So,
big
like, what-
shots?
So do we know what these things are?
Big Shack.
Yep, I'm about to describe it.
Okay.
What is blanks and fasks?
14 and 14.
Quattro.
And which one of you guys going first?
Jake, because he won the fast.
Okay. No, I got you, dog.
Okay,
Got you.
so you guys ring the
This is gonna
as
be a no for
soon
me,
as you
dog.
yell out, show yourself, Vask. These skeletal, shadowy looking figures begin to descend from the tops of the columns
Wait, so
and start to basically plummet towards you.
did I just yell it from the back?
Yeah.
Show himself.
You can see that it's these
High crouching behind you.
it's like probably from the pelvis up of a skeleton with these massive shadows moving in and out of them. Some of them have pieces of like rusty disheveled armor all over them, and their eyes are burning yellow with heat.
Sorry.
What
you
are
can
they
basically
below
tell-
the waist?
I'm
you can
sorry, we
basically-
don't have your son.
And you can basically tell that they're wraiths.
They're
Wait,
very
wait,
waste.
are any of y'all
Okay.
dwarf? Wait,
Well,
are you a dwarf? Oh, so
my
if any of
first-
y'all were a dwarf, you could have tried to persuade them that you're his son.
That would have been interesting.
Damn it.
My first move will be.
Hold up. Now the wraiths are going before you.
That's what you get for
That
rolling
hurts, doesn't
14.
God.
Shut myself go.
So the wraiths are actually hovering about 10 feet above y'all. They're swiping down at y'all and moving different directions.
I have 30 swimming feet, if that helps at all.
Literally just leg
Second
around.
The second one flies. This is 5, 10, 15, 20. So the second one flies at Vask and tries to.
Vask face.
Vasquez will not stand for this.
Yep. So it's going to basically grab you, but when it grabs you, it's like spectral, and so it goes through your body. You feel like your inner core is like being gripped
She
by
grabs-
these icy hands.
So did it
Did
not
it
know
grab
that it
you?
couldn't grab me?
What?
Did it try to grab me thinking it could grab me, but just went straight through it?
Yeah. So
These
it
wraiths are
completely
not
whipped. Like it just missed. You
Roll a 1 on grabbing
fucking-
you.
you did this, and the arms just dissipated and reformed.
I did a little tail whap. Tail came out.
Holy shit. So this next one descends onto which one's in front?
Big Shack.
Yeah, so it descends right onto Big Shack,
Big Shack.
and it's going to try and do the same and grab you.
I felt a man's
And-
elbow.
So this time it grabs you and it grips you right in your core, and you can really feel it. It's burning your insides.
Dude, you gave me a Put a jokes.
Okay, so this thing is, you feel your soul literally like light on fire, basically, and you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Very strong.
Oh,
Strong.
so 19.
19. Okay, so you passed it, but you still take 20 damage.
20. Jesus Christ.
You don't fuck around, David.
Oh shit.
You don't fuck around.
Oh, wow.
That's
That was,
like,
that one hurt.
holy fuck.
20 damage?
Wow.
And I had my Constitution saving throw.
Okay,
I made
so do you know our
It's gonna be a
max hit
short
points?
session.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all's max hit points. Like
Mine's
50?
44. This
That's
is
fine.
40.
No, mine is
38.
38.
It crit.
Oh, crit.
It crit, that's why.
Okay, so it rolled. Okay.
Yep.
Big crit.
So they're gonna be doing 5 damage for the rest of this.
Yes, shut up. So next up is
Vas-
what y'all
It was me.
you're up next.
Okay, so I'm gonna be
It's 4, but that's 3 quick maps.
I'm gonna be using vicious mockery.
Okay. So
Um,
explain to me how that works.
so
Shit.
for everyone who doesn't know what vicious mockery is, hey, shut up.
Which is everyone here.
I'm unleashing a string of savage roasts laced with subtle enchantments at a creature you can see within range.
What's
Okay.
the roast? What's the roast?
The roast is
Your mama's.
No, shut up.
No,
I knew you were gonna
Hurry
say
up. Hurry up.
Yo, stupid race can't even grab something.
Got him. You
got
got
him.
him.
That was
You
the
got
one.
him.
God, that was terrible.
Just
Alright.
putting on
You should have been the one to take
What do I
12
roll when
damage
you
for
roll?
that.
+1
So it's gonna be I'm gonna be doing 2d4 to everybody that can hear. They don't have to understand my language, but they know that it's
It's a
So,
roast.
so I'm
They
taking
know
the
the
roast.
game.
I'm taking the 2d4.
I don't even know what
Is
that guy
what you're saying?
said, and it was brutal.
they're just like, ooh, like Peter Griffin.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 2d4 psychic damage
Okay.
plus they're gonna be having disadvantage on each of their next attack rolls.
Awesome. Okay.
Or all of their attacks before the end of their turn.
How does that shitty of a roast admit to that much damage?
I don't know. But it does.
Okay. So roll damage.
Okay, so
And what do I need to roll to beat?
you need to be doing a wisdom saving throw, and so that's going to be a 21.
Beat 21.
I'm pretty sure if I'm adding it right. I have an 18 wisdom and I have a 3 proficiency.
Well, they all failed.
Well, yeah, obviously they all failed. I mean,
They could have beaten it.
can you really?
You can add stuff. He has a D30, so they can win.
Oh, really? You roll a d30 for that?
Yeah.
Wow. I'm impressed. Fucking shit.
You're dumb.
It's gonna be 8
damage to all of them?
Yeah, 8 damage to each one.
Wait, so technically, did you like direct the statement at the rate?
No, he just yelled it to all of them.
All of them.
So
heard it.
like, is it everybody within?
Everybody that can hear.
So
No,
does that mean
you
us?
can also
Does
hear.
that mean we?
No, I don't think.
What does it say, Jake? What does it say?
I swear to God.
Oh, I will.
You're on lease.
Sorry, what does it say, blank?
Is it everybody within earshot?
No, it's not. I think it's at one singular creature, so I think I have to pick one.
But you said everyone that can hear.
No, but we obviously didn't
Fake
understand.
news.
Okay, well, who do you direct it to?
The shitty one that didn't move.
Okay.
Fuck all of you, but fuck you in particular.
But I roasted the other two, but they got away this time.
Yeah, okay. Holy shit. Alright, next up is Vask.
Yeah, it is.
Was that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Okay, Vask is up.
Vash becomes enraged.
Okay.
Wow.
I don't know. Rips off the shirt that he doesn't have. Alright, so Vask looks at the one that tried to beat him up,
Oh.
right? And so like he just takes, even though they're rapes and you can't really do anything, takes barely swings at them
Okay.
to just try to
So-
decapitate it.
So are those magical weapons or silver weapons?
Yeah.
No, they're not.
They were given to me by a very
What are they
magical
magic?
wizard. What?
Are they magic?
Yeah, my hand axes are.
Just checking.
Yeah.
So they'll deal full damage.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
okay.
Oh, no.
I was like, they're not magic.
Are they not magic?
They're not magic.
Then they'll deal half damage.
Okay, good. 13.
13
Yes.
to hit.
Do I have to roll for both hand axes?
David, I thought that was a
What does it say? Do you know what it says?
I mean, I have extra attack, but dual, like the dual,
Yeah, roll for both.
roll for both. Okay.
And the one that right in front of you, that's who you're swinging at?
Yeah, yeah. Alright, so I rolled a 13 and a 17.
Okay.
Both hit. Okay, thank God. Alright, and then I roll 2d6. That's 4, 5, 9 plus 6, which is 14.
Okay. 14 damage total.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Mask face doesn't mess around.
Alright, so you bring down both your axes right into the Wraith's torso, and you can hear it like, "Gah!" like just scream in pain. You see these shadows bursting out from the areas that you struck into it, and it tries to retreat. Wait, what?
I try to catch a shadow.
Catch a shadow? But both your hands are on the axes.
I look up one of the axes that's inside of it.
Okay.
I try and grab the.
Okay, roll sleight of hand.
Should have done this. Oh my God!
natural.
All right, no, but it's a 21.
Okay.
Cool. 21.
Okay. So you definitely moved right to where you would grab it, and your hand grasps it, and it's just shadow, and it's. What is it?
Put it in a jar.
But you have a silver hand.
Ridiculous.
I have a magical hand.
All right. Next up is that third wraith, and it's going to move hit blank. It's gonna hover right to blank on this side here, and it's gonna swoop down, and it's going to do some shit. Let's see.
Do a lot of shit.
Hey, you're on disadvantage. I'm just like.
By the way, who wants to make a perception check?
I got you.
Oh no, I do have plus 7.
That's cool. I already rolled a 1.
14 plus 7, and that's gonna be.
You're fucking joking.
Yeah, so you can see that when these wraiths move around, they're passing directly through things. Like the pillars, they just go right through them, or they'll like move right through y'all's appendages or something like that.
Except for silver and magical items.
Yeah, when the magical items hit them. I'm saying that they're moving through like the columns as they fly over, or something like that.
Yeah, but I didn't have magical item when I hit it.
Okay.
We
So,
didn't have damage though, right?
anyways,
That's upsetting.
this third wraith is gonna try and grab you. Do the same thing it did to Big Shack here.
Big shot.
Celestial.
Jack.
Oh, fuck. Okay, and it got a 14. Does that hit?
14 is not gonna hit.
Okay.
Ah, close one.
Yeah, so it misses you.
Try next time.
We'll go to the next one.
Alright.
Mission failed.
Next up is Big Shack.
Mission failed.
You lost the battle, but the war's not over.
Oh.
We'll get him next time.
Get him next time.
Oh. How far away is this one right here?
That one?
Yeah.
It's hovering right on top of you. Because it just grabbed you.
Dude, he wants you.
You're in swinging range.
You got him.
Oh no, I was gonna do something where I like run and turn around and just like shoot him.
You just grab onto it.
Okay. Yeah, you
I'm gonna do that.
make a acrobatics check if you want to do that.
16.
Okay.
With 3, so.
Alright, so you can roll with advantage on this.
16 plus 3 is 19.
Oh shit. So I got a.
Add your attack thing to that.
Yeah, that's Oh wait, what advantage am I adding? Because with this, it's
Advantage, you just roll it again and pick the highest.
Okay, sick. So that's 17.
17?
Yeah.
Okay, you can
Okay.
so roll for damage. What are you doing? Are you shooting it with your bow?
Yeah, shooting with longbow.
Okay.
6.
Alright,
6 damage.
6 damage on that one there, which is okay.
That one right there.
Come on.
Come on, dog.
Um,
And in case no one got it,
is
I
that magical bow?
No.
Is that no, it's not a magical bow? Okay.
Yeah.
I totally, whenever I slid under, I totally went, the thing goes.
Okay. So as you
Big shot!
as you like a slide underneath, you deftly draw an arrow, shoot it right into it, and you can see the arrow just pass right through it in like smoke.
But a
Did
shadow.
I deal any damage?
You don't damage.
Okay.
Dude, grab for the shadow.
Alright. Alright, next
Definitely
round.
grabbed it, but it's fucking shadow. So it
Next
gets to
round,
your hand.
the wraith next to Blank is gonna go, and he is going to pull some bullshit.
Didn't it already go?
This is the next round.
That's also one next to me.
Yeah, the one next to
Vask.
That was the last. No,
Vask.
that was the last one.
Then why's it going again?
No, because that one's going. The one that's next to this one on
This
that
one?
side. No, that one right there.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that's me.
We're in the next round of combat. That's you.
We're paired up like
Yeah.
dance partners right now.
I'm the Vietnam.
I'm mixing people up.
It's alright.
Um,
It's cool. It's
Charlie's everywhere.
Alright, does a 20 hit?
Goddamn.
Yeah.
You bet your ass it
Yeah.
does.
It's just sweet ass, it does.
Bring it on!
It's alright, I'm also raged. So I take half the
Okay. Alright, so it's gonna do the same thing. It grips your
No, it doesn't. No.
your inner essence and
No, I'm
lights you
good.
on fire, and that is
I don't have
a
a soul.
16 for damage.
So 8 damage.
Why is it 8 damage?
So I'm fucking enraged right now.
So all damage?
Yes.
Is you sure it's not a
What
certain
kind of
type?
damage is it?
Necrotic.
Okay, well it's not psychic. So
Oh,
Okay.
fuck.
so we get it.
Necrotic wait, so am I subtracting this from max hit points?
Wait,
No.
shit. Because if I go subtract 20 from max hit points,
No,
I
because
was
you made your save. That's the point. Oh yeah, you're supposed to save on that. Do you like to save?
Do you want me to do it?
Yeah.
Don't get fucked, David.
Zero.
Or Vask.
Vask. Oh shit.
Oh.
What kind of save is it?
It's
Constitution.
10.
Yeah.
Yeah, you failed, so that reduces your max.
That's cool. Fuck me. No, that's great.
Oh.
Fuck me, right?
Elliot, I think actually I still have 2 more hit points than you, so that's okay.
Okay, and next up is.
Wait, did he make a saving throw
Yeah,
for
I
this?
made it.
Yeah, he-
God damn it!
I still lost 20 hit points and I made it.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
At least it's not this like.
Okay.
Okay. No, it's fine. You can do that. No, I'll allow it.
Alright.
It's a team game.
And the thing goes.
Next up is the wraith that is
Just fuck
in
me.
front. No, I already done that one. Yeah, the one that's in front.
Big shot.
Big shock. Hey, please fail your saving throw.
No.
That's attacking Big Shack, and
Big
that's
shock.
a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Just checking. You want to do a Constitution saving throw?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, just checking.
Fuck.
Yes.
So an 8 or 7.
A 10 failed.
Okay.
So if a 7 doesn't fail,
2, 3, 4.
5.
What are you at right now?
I'm at 24 hit points.
don't go easy.
You take a
Don't
15,
go easy on her.
15 and subtract it from your max.
15 from the max.
Yeah.
What are you at right now?
Oh my god.
That's
I didn't know
15,
I knew
Plus
you were
the
gonna like
20.
fuck us, but I didn't know you were gonna fuck us this hard.
35
Yeah.
out of 44. You're at 9?
I might have overestimated.
Are you at 9 right now?
Underestimated these guys. But
And you know he's
Oh,
fucked when he's pulling out the
Pull out the
calculator.
calculator.
Calculator now.
I can't arithmetic.
44 minus.
Motherfucker, 29 max hit points.
Hey, you're on the
You
low side.
asshole.
Wait, that's your max hit points?
yeah, 'cause
Now
you
it
lost you lost a saving throw.
God damn necrotic. Oh.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, are you fucking happy,
I'm
daddy?
laughing.
This is gonna be a short session.
If anybody doesn't know, we don't call him Dungeon Master, we call him Dad.
Alright.
Also, make sure you subscribe to this channel.
All right, all right.
Smash the like button.
Yes, we do internet memes too.
Next up is of course Vast
Face, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so who's the asshole? Oh, it's the one that just, yeah, okay. I'm gonna grab my axe that's still inside of him as a bonus
Yeah.
action.
Sure.
And I'm gonna like, alright, I'm gonna swing 1 to like dome him, and then 1 to like,
Okay, so
you're
make
gonna
two
sandwich him.
attacks.
You're gonna roast beef sandwich him.
but roast beef sandwich.
Are you adding stuff for your rage or anything like that?
No, this
Oh, I
TJ
should probably
Reed's
be
are
doing that.
Yeah.
Rage.
Make sure you're doing that.
Oh wait, shit. I probably should have added a +3 piercing. to my
Rage.
bow.
Rage
Fine,
against the
now you wanna
time
start
of light.
Get a bonus to damage roll. Okay. Okay. I got it. Alright, so I rolled a, what did I roll? I rolled a 19 and a 24.
19 and a 24.
Yes.
They both hit.
Alright, awesome. So then I roll a 5, and a 6, so 11, plus 6, which is 17, and plus 2, so 19.
19 damage.
Yes.
Okay, both magical. All right. So
No, they're not magical.
they're both magical, huh?
No, I said
Yes,
I
they
was
weren't.
lying to you.
Oh, right. So 19. Half of
19.
that would be
Yes.
10. So right
Yes.
at that back one.
That was some quick maths.
Quick maps.
Quick maths.
Okay. Yeah.
Is this
So
trying to break?
No, it's that one.
you rip your axes out and then you bring another one down
Try to
on
cut
him.
it in half. 1 through the head, 1 through the urethra.
Okay. They don't have those. It's like waist up.
Okay, well, it's waist up.
They're waist up.
Alright, well,
They're
1 through the-
torsos.
1 through the belly button.
Okay. So you bring one down right on its head and it splinters the skull right in half and you hear like this like
You go,
like emanating out from
and the
its
skull goes,
mouth. You see the shade
Hear
just
this thing go
screaming
pop.
out of its pore, and you bring another one right up into its rib cage. You hear all the crunching of the skeletal form. This thing is like really messed up.
Starts crunching sound
it's
effect.
shooting out tons of shadow basically.
I'm not gonna try to catch you this time.
So it's like bleeding shadows?
Yeah, it's bleeding shadows.
I'll show you what's your bonus.
All right, next up is blank.
Fucking dumbass.
Yeah.
I have intelligence,
Yeah.
so I can barely fall
Let's
asleep.
Oh yes.
Oh yes.
Yes,
Oh,
yes, indeed.
Here comes Blake's 25-minute turn.
Okay, let me start the timer.
Stop.
Just go.
Fucking savage roast. No, just kidding. I'm not doing that.
Dark roast.
I'm using my maul against.
Is it magic?
It's my magic item.
Oh
Okay.
fuck yes, let's go. Fuck him up.
Can't
So
confirm it as
the
magic.
maul, I'm gonna use it against my
Fast.
dancing partner over there in the middle.
Oh yeah.
And I'm just gonna swing it at his face, and then I'm gonna try and hit him
Swing you bad
with,
bitch.
with the maul. So that's 7 plus the 3 plus I'm pretty sure it's this. That would be
Wait.
so would a 12 hit?
No. You just barely miss it. You swing in its direction, and it just it just kind of like morphs right through your swing as it goes.
You
through
said
the
it's
run.
Close.
Did you say that was a barely miss?
Yeah, it was a barely miss.
Guys, it's 13 to hit.
Shut the fuck up. All right. Next up is
Vast. No.
that last wraith that you just swung at. So it's in retaliation to that. It's going to.
Please take necrotic damage. I don't want to be the only one. If he doesn't take it, I'm gonna swing it.
Yeah, it's gonna try and grasp you, but it completely misses.
Well,
Of course it did. Why
Y'all,
wouldn't
y'all are just swinging at each other, missing basically in the middle there.
cool.
So
Next up is Big Shack.
So
Big Shack.
me and Big Shack, we're like, swinging, making connections, and then you just, we just look at,
no.
just like a blank.
Yeah, the one that fucked me, I'm literally just gonna go and just like shoot another fucking arrow
Just-
at him,
Okay.
so I can make sure he hears me close, and then literally fuck his own face.
So you attack. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Like, are you just like swinging like this, talking shit, but like your eyes are closed?
Yep, that's what's happening.
18.
18.
Yeah.
Yep, that hits.
It's okay because it's more than 13.
Can you make 2 attacks at level 5?
Are you a barbarian?
No,
He's a
I'm
ranger.
Rangers, no. I think Rangers
Oh.
are.
And then
Okay.
damage 8.
8 damage. Okay, that's 4.
Wait, hold up, wait, do I? Oh wait, 8 plus 3 piercing.
Okay, so that's 11. Okay, so 16.
Yeah, you can. You can make an extra attack.
Okay.
Yeah, at level 5 you can.
Then can I just
Make another, whatever you want to do.
literally shoot him again?
Okay, make another attack roll.
No, you gotta reload.
Fuck, I used my bonus action. To reload. Fuck you. 17.
Hold on, I'm doing math. Okay, 17 hits.
Quick math.
Quick math.
Quick math.
6 damage. Or 6 plus 3 damage, so 9.
Okay,
9 damage.
dealt
So 10 damage.
5. Dealt 5. Yeah. So, hold on. That was wrong. Okay, so you shoot. After that first arrow that just whiffed right through him, you shoot another one right away, and it also just whiffs right through another piece of smoke. And then your third one you shoot, and it chips right off some of their bone, and it flies in the air.
Let's go.
It starts to leak shadow all throughout its body, and you can tell that it's in pain. All right. Round 3. Next
Yeah.
up is
Wraiths.
the wraiths are coming in. The one that Big Shack just attacked.
Big
is
Shack.
coming up.
Big shot.
Quick math. Quick math.
And it's so it's going to
Everything goes quack quack. You men are ducking.
it's gonna retreat backwards after that
Oh,
and
wow.
go through its buddy and try and attack Vask.
That's not Vask.
I'm in
Big
the back.
Shack.
Vask is right.
Big Shack is leading.
Vask, Blank, and Big Shack.
I'm fucking it up.
I'm pretty sure that this is the last one that went, so the next one will
No,
be this.
No, this is the last one. This is the second one. This is the first one.
First, second, third.
Okay, so this one's going.
Yes.
Yeah.
My bad. All right.
Why are you trying to single me out?
All right.
Flies over to Vask, and so does the other wraith.
So that one
The wraith.
is gonna attack Vask.
He doesn't have to.
But he
Is there a
is.
diplomatic act?
Oh, he,
Completely wrong game.
so
That's how the character is.
he kind of swoops up in the air and tries to swipe at you, but you definitely dodge
He
out
does
of the way.
necrotic damage to himself.
No.
Damn it.
Next up is the wraith that's at the very front, and it's also going to do like one big swoop into the air, and come back down on. That's blank, right?
Blank's the
Blank-
middle.
blank is
Blank is
the
middle.
So then Big Shack's in the front.
Big Shack.
So Big Shack is the one being attacked?
Of
Yeah,
course
Big
he is.
Shack is being
Of course
swung
he is.
at. The 16 hit?
You got man coverage
No.
over here.
No? Okay.
No.
Yeah,
Wait,
so
wait,
it comes
what is-
down and it tries to swipe at your essence and then it
Yeah, no, I have
misses.
high armor class.
And next up is Vask.
Yes?
Yeah, that's you.
Oh, hey there. Hi, Mark. Alright, I have the two. I don't know how much I can do with these hand axes. Alright, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna throw one at the one in front of me. No, I'm gonna throw this one at the one in front of me. And I'm gonna throw it over this arm at this one.
Okay, so
I'm
make
throwing
an
my
attack
hand
roll for both,
axes.
and then that second one roll with disadvantage.
Yeah.
You're throwing like
I
this!
rolled a one
On the first
one.
Okay.
And then on the second one,
Oh.
You can choose to direct the second one at the front if you want, since you just rolled a 1.
well, I rolled for disadvantage on the second one.
Yeah.
Alright, so can I
Oh,
can I
thank you.
choose? Alright, so I rolled a 15
Oh,
on the
thank you.
first
Hey,
one.
Okay.
No,
12.
I rolled a 21
Plus
on the
12.
first one.
Okay.
12 arrows.
And
And
then
then
you
on the
roll-
second one, I rolled a 1.
So you roll 2
I'm gonna
1s.
just keep this in a different quiver.
Unless you wanted to direct the second attack
Or just like
in the
keep
same
whatever you wanna
direction,
do.
so you didn't have to roll
It's just-
disadvantage.
You
Is
have
this like you give this to me as a gift?
I'm just gonna say that I rolled
have to
a 1
cast
with
it
the
on
first
you.
one,
I'm
and
pretty
now
sure
I'm
it's a
gonna roll
duration.
now.
Oh, it doesn't
Wow.
have duration.
Disadvantage.
It just says duration of 1 hour.
No, because you already rolled twice for your disadvantage one. So
Yeah.
your first one you rolled, and the second
Well,
one
if
was
I
the
roll, alright,
disadvantage
so if
roll.
I roll for a disadvantage on the second one, then I rolled a 1 for the first one, I rolled a 3, and then a 15. So I rolled a 1 and a 3.
Yeah, but if you don't want to do the disadvantage, then you can just say you directed both at the first one. So you threw them like that.
No, it's
But
fine.
you wanna
I'll
go-
roll disadvantage.
Okay, so you rolled a 1 and a 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
The 3 hit, right?
No. Yeah, so in some
Good job.
I tried. Hey,
in some
I'm doing better.
fucking
than everybody on the couch.
rage induced movement, you rip back both your axes and then just fucking throw them in all different directions. And they fucking fly to the ends of the
Yeah.
A 1 and a 3.
they
Nice.
both fly to the ends of the hallways and just click off the walls and hit the ground.
Oh, that's cool.
Should I made him stick in the walls where he
yeah.
can pull it out later.
Alright, blanks up.
Bonus action. I meant to do
that.
Tactical.
For my action, okay, let me
Distraction.
explain how this works to the camera audience. So,
Pay the
for my action, for my action, I'm casting flame arrows, which allows me to enchant 12 pieces of ammunition with 1d6 fire damage
Can you
for
enchant my
the
axe?
next hour.
Okay, so do you have any ammunition to enchant?
Yes,
I
it's
have-
on his back right in front of me, so all I have to do is
Okay.
touch it.
It's in the
Okay,
air. It's the hand
so-
axes. And
So I give him a little playful tap on the ass, and his 12 arrows are just ready to go. So here is your flame arrows, and that is my turn.
Okay. And next up
Use
is
a bonus action.
Big shot.
the wraith
Oh, fuck.
that wants to attack you, Blank.
Yes.
And it swoops up into the air and tries to swoop down, and then you dodge out of its way. Next up is Big Shack.
Big shot.
Shock.
So,
Your arrows.
since I can do 2 attacks. Can I do it like green arrows where I shoot 2 arrows at once? Pull some
Why
shit
not?
Like that?
Yeah.
Hey,
Pull
I'll
some
allow
shit
it.
Like that.
I'll allow it.
Say yes.
I'm thinking.
To the judge.
Don't be a bitch.
Don't be a
Sure, you can do
Okay,
that.
let's go. So 1 right in front of me that's fucked me this entire game.
So you're gonna shoot
Double arrows right to the
So-
face. Roll that.
Yeah.
Are you gonna roll for 1 for both?
Would it be
Yeah,
2 different rolls?
it'd be 2 different.
Fuck, a 9 and 8, 9 and a 3.
Nine
Did you,
and
did you add your stuff to
Add
that?
Add the stuff.
So a 11 and a 6.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah, so you pull both arrows and you begin to pull them back, and as you pull them back, the arrows kind of like slide as you pull it back. You shoot, and it just goes right by the wraith. And it's like, what the fuck?
The Wraith is like
10 pieces of ammunition.
Yeah.
There's like a ton of these mind games.
No, I didn't use those.
Oh, you didn't?
I didn't specify it. So.
No, it's good.
Well, he didn't hit. They
Do you
would have
have
been used.
Do you have a second quiver
Because it's all your ammo.
where you keep your regular one?
No. But I mean, I have 17 arrows left. Now I have 15, but he only gave me 12. So I still have,
Oh, okay.
so I still have 4
Okay, that
regular
makes
arrows.
I got
I didn't know. Okay.
Because he said it only gave me 12, but I had 20. So
So you're keeping track of your ammunition.
Yeah.
That's good. You can pick up your arrows after too.
That's what I was
They
gonna
don't
do.
stay in them.
that's what I was
All right. Next up is
Bass.
the wraith in the front that's attacking which one's in the front again?
Big Shack.
Big Shack's in the front. Just checking. And it's rolled a 17.
Of course it did. No,
Does that
it
hit?
doesn't.
All right, so it also it does. These guys are doing the same thing. It's an aerial combat move. They fly up in the air, and then they scream some ridiculous nonsense, and they try and swipe at your souls.
Ridiculous nonsense.
Okay.
All right, and the next one is in the back, and it's doing the same. It swoops up back in the air, has come down on fast, and it's 12. Yeah, so it also misses.
Souls.
And Vask, you're up.
I'm up. Oh,
No, you're up.
No.
like this before that.
No.
No. Oh, I do.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, my bad.
We both rolled 14 in the beginning, and we played.
Oh
a
wait, so
shitty game of
both
rock, paper,
rates already went?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit. Okay.
They both missed.
What are you gonna do?
Damn.
I have javelins.
Just turn on dead.
Yeah. No.
Okay,
I'm
sure.
gonna,
Just
I'm gonna
shell
use-
my advice.
I'm gonna use my maul and I'm gonna slap the bitch next to me.
Okay, is it magical?
Me?
Yes, of course it's magical. I don't use anything besides magic weapons.
That's
because
such
I'm not-
bullshit.
So
It's okay, he missed.
4 plus fucking it's not
5.
4 plus 5 is
I
not.
love the
Plus
number
5?
Bobby said.
You rolled a 9.
Yeah, you hit.
What?
You hit.
Okay, great. Now I have to roll for damage. That's, yikes, this is why my turn takes so long.
Because you're not prepared.
No, it's because I'm not prepared. Thank you,
Mhm.
David. Okay, so
Who's David?
this, Vasky Face, shut the fuck up.
Say bass.
To,
Throw him into a tizzy.
uh,
You want me to go to
Okay.
Lindsay?
it's 2d6. Let's do this. That 5 plus 4 plus, okay, so 9
Plus 5.
plus 5, which is 14. Thank you.
Dude, no, quick maps.
Quick math.
Quick math.
Okay, so you begin to wind back your maul, and you just fucking bring it right into the side of this wraith, and it
Oh,
just,
yeah.
as soon as it makes contact, the thing fucking explodes, and the bones shatter all over the wall, and,
Is it dead?
the
Oh
dissipates. Yep.
fuck yes.
Yeah.
Which one is that?
That's
Yeah.
the one.
The
that-
shotgun.
Little one. Little one.
Just do that. Alright, and next up is...
Vask fish.
Yes.
Alright, well, Vask face is gonna take out the pike that he has.
A pike?
Yeah,
Did you
pike.
say pike?
I did say a pike.
Oh, okay.
And he's gonna like go right through the middle of the wraith that's been just constantly pounding him.
Is it magical? The pike?
No.
Yes.
Okay.
God damn.
You wanna touch the pike real quick?
So go
Do you
ahead
have
and
a magic item?
roll. Yeah, it was his axes that he threw.
No, those aren't magical. Those are regular.
Oh, right. So what is your magic item?
I have no magic items.
Said you can make one.
Well, it's the pike.
Fuck yeah!
Quick thinking
Oh
there.
my fucking
Quick
god.
Look back. I rolled a 22 on the pike.
You hit.
Alright, cool.
Roll for damage.
Fuck. Which one is it? It's D6. I rolled an 11.
11.
11.
Okay.
11.
Yeah, so you
You
wind
fucked
back,
that.
you bring the pike right up into it, you can
Spirit?
see it.
Yep, it goes all the way
Shit,
through,
wow.
and you see a little. You see a little tip.
Yep, the tip pops out.
The tip
It's
pops
And-
just the tip.
And the
Make that
basically
bitch look like
the
a World War
torso
I
goes-
German.
you see like an initial like shock, and then the torso just
I got
goes
it.
limp. It goes limp on top of your pike, and then the shadows just dissipate into the ground.
Nice.
Fuck that
So
one
is he
too.
dead? Are you sure?
100%.
Take necrotic damage.
Your finger touched a little bit of.
Next up's that last raid.
Of
and
course it is.
It flies into the air
Of
and
course
does another aerial maneuver onto Big Shack.
Big Shack.
I'll roll for it.
Does a 19 hit? Good. Alright.
Make a wisdom saving throw. No, Constitution, sorry.
17. Saving throw.
It failed miserably.
17 saving throw, you made it.
Fuck yeah!
Shit.
That's 22 damage. Does that knock you out?
I have 2 health.
Okay.
God.
It's alright.
Wait, he won the saving throw, but it was 22 damage?
But it's
I
not
don't
necrotic.
think
He doesn't
necrotic.
take it
It's
permanent.
not necrotic.
God. Fucking. Wait, why did I just write 22?
Alright, Big Shack's up. that.
I'm gonna.
You can
fuck.
when it came
Just
down,
run. Just
it
run away.
raked its
Just run
claw
away.
right over
Yeah,
you,
just
and
Just
you
no shame
guys
in
could
running.
see. You guys could see. It looked like his soul was literally being ripped out from his face. You could see the
Did you see
essence
that?
being pulled out.
No, I'm like going back and forth. Not trying to this time, but I'm shooting two different ones
Two different ones.
back to back. So 16 and then a 18.
Okay, they both hit.
And
Are you
then
using
these
fire-
are the fire arrows.
fire arrows?
This
Okay.
thing's getting fucked, cause fuck you. Wait, how much damage is these? Are these flaming arrows?
It's
It
1d6
says
plus
1d6.
your regular.
Yeah.
damage.
So do the regular
Oh,
damage
shit.
and then add a d6 on top.
Jesus Christ.
Add 2d6 on top.
Can you do that to like my
Two.
entire arsenal?
10.
Do you have range?
And then
I can throw things.
so 15
I
damage.
wish.
Actually, 2d6 with 2 arrows.
Hold on, I might have a card for that.
17.
17? Yeah.
And does that flaming make it magic now?
That's-
Fuck yeah!
That's a bonus
Fuck you!
I'm just gonna throw that in.
Wait, but how do you have all these
Yeah,
spells?
so after that crushing soul rip, you kind of fall back for a second, then you pull out your fire magic arrows, you shoot him, one just hits him right in the shoulder, and you can see like a fiery explosion ripple through his
Of
body.
course.
And then the other one shoots right into
The
right
tank
into
goes,
its
"Screw it
basically
up."
its eye, and it just explodes right in its face, and it falls backwards, and it tumbles and hits the ground. And it's gonna fucking
So it gets the
roll.
bag.
Is it not dead? Jesus Christ.
Listen,
Yeah, so
Sorry?
it can
Oh,
barely,
jeez.
its arms are broken, and it's trying to push itself off the ground. You can see like the shadows barely clinging onto its skeletal form, and it's like hacking and coughing, and like it's fucked up.
Can we talk to it?
If you wanted to try.
Can I try to talk to it?
Hey, I have
I don't
spell
fucking
make
care.
a friend.
Alright, cool. Can I roll to talk? Or like, what do you do?
Sure, roll.
Hello, I am Bask Face.
Okay.
Call me
That's what you
Bastion.
say?
Fuck
It like crumples up to you. It's like, I will eat your soul.
Alright, I stomp on it like
Alright, roll the hit.
like a housewife in a roach.
do I get advantage?
Yeah.
Because it's on the ground. Alright, cool. I rolled it's a
19. Okay, roll damage.
19. What's it's a
Stomp the fuck out of
Okay,
it.
and it's a 20, and does that
I
kill it?
rolled 30.
Yeah, you crush it to death.
Yeah.
With
Thank
it under
you.
your foot. You
You
just stomp it in.
Hey, so let's rest.
I try to be nice to it.
Okay,
but
so after that combat,
Oh, yeah. Hold on.
basically the skeletal forms are just crumpled and limp before you guys. I'm assuming that you grab your axes.
yes.
Good idea.
I picked all my arrows.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, and so how many magic arrows do you have left? 10?
I still have 12 because I picked them. Well, do I not get to?
No.
They're not
once
magical ones.
So
Once you
Yeah.
fire them, they become.
Then I've only fired 2, so I still have 10.
So you have 10 magical arrows.
So half my arrows are 10.
Okay.
Or I have 20 arrows total, but
Can I roll investigation like on the
On the bodies?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
That's fine. I didn't
Okay, you did. Just kidding. Just kidding.
I rolled a 5.
Okay. I mean, it's bones.
Can I make something with the bone?
If you
Using
want,
my cunning artisan.
go ahead, make something out of the splintered bone shards.
Make a shield.
can I
You make
do-
it. I don't know if there's enough bones there. to
Now,
make it.
now that the
There is.
now that the
There is.
hey now
What do you tie them with?
now that
What?
combat
What
is
do you
over-
tie the bones together with?
The,
Do you have rope?
lots of dust and like.
No, you can't use lots
I
of
have an
dust.
explorer's pack, so I have rope.
Okay, so you tie the bones together with rope to make
Yes.
a shield.
Yes.
Okay, fine.
I'm gonna
Your
I'm
shield
gonna
can
roll a
only
perception
block one
check
hit.
of the I want to roll a perception
it's
check of the
splintered
room
It's enough.
Perception check of the room.
for right now since combat's over.
Oh yeah, let me roll one of those.
Never mind.
Just kidding.
Never mind. Just kidding. What the fuck?
Don't worry about it.
What was that?
Wow.
Is your book set?
It was my bag. I'm sorry.
Oh, can we heal?
Really
what-
took
how
the
long were
bag
we
on
here?
that one.
How long?
Yeah.
However long you want to be.
Do you want to just take a little?
Nap.
little nap?
Take a little nap.
A little.
No, wait.
longer.
Actually, I might have a cantrip that I can just cast real quick. Hold on.
Because I have 2 health.
I have
I
mending.
have 2 hit points.
Let me just throw some.
I have
Just
hungry
throw some
jaws.
mending on.
Let me just throw some mending on this bitch. And then keep
Hold up, wait. I think I might lay on the pants.
I have a one-use shield if you want it.
No. No,
It's
that
just a
doesn't
bony
heal.
ass shield. Can my oh wait, is my shield a magic
No.
blade?
No.
Yeah,
No, mending
Exposed.
doesn't actually work for like
That's
humans.
nice.
It works on objects.
Okay.
No.
Oh, let's see.
Let me use fucking.
Okay.
The magic that was
okay.
in those bones is left.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to use cure wounds. On
You want to
myself.
use cure wounds on
On
yourself? Okay. So go ahead and do that. Shit, I don't know how it works. Go ahead.
It's just a 1d8.
Throw it on yourself like that.
Oh, there's no acid arrow.
Melts.
Melts.
Fuck. Well, that's a 2, so I now have 4 hit points.
Hey.
So
Hey, I'll cast it too. I have it as well. 1d8. That's an 8. 8 plus my plus. Hold on. Let me just
Your
see.
spell casting ability?
Yeah, what I add to that.
Would
Hold
you
on.
like a bony ass shield?
no.
If
For
you
the
have
love of God, I don't want to.
If you have it, then your AC will be 20.
One time.
Once.
Cure wounds. D8 plus your spell cast, so it would be my wisdom plus my proficiency, which is 7, I think. So that's
15.
yeah,
Okay, restore that much.
15 plus.
Thank
whatever.
you, blank.
So you have 19.
You're welcome.
19. Still not doing so well.
I think it's pronounced blanc.
Did anybody roll
I'm pretty sure my
perception?
character's
Blanc, you think your character's French.
Everyone, please start pronouncing
I hate you.
Blanc's
Shut
name Blanc, please. Because it's French.
No, it's definitely
Blanc.
blank.
You're gonna
Hey,
get
could you really quickly just stop?
No, it's Blanc. I won't respond if you tell me anything besides Blanc.
Hey, so can we still short rest?
That's
yeah.
what y'all are doing currently, I thought.
Yeah.
Oh, but
Oh wait,
I'm
then you
gonna
can
use one of my
roll
hit
your
dice.
you can roll your hit dice.
Yeah.
So did y'all have a torch in that fight?
A torch?
Yeah. Did you say you were lighting one?
I never did.
Okay.
So, because we got to combat by the point of whenever I couldn't.
I mean,
have
he
Do
was
magic items like have other abilities besides just being magic? And
They
being
usually do, but just for the like they're usually unique, but just for this, I just said
Mine
yeah.
emanate light when around darkness.
Okay, so I'm at.
You are disgusting.
Hey, that's something a magic item would do, especially for me because I.
No,
wish
I'm gonna
for
say
others.
no because
Because
you can't just come up with that reason right now. If
Okay,
you had
so
told
I'm
me
at full
before,
health.
if you had told me before this, I would have been okay with it.
Okay.
Shit.
Can I roll an investigation check on
I already
the
did.
The bodies?
Yeah.
He already did, but you can if you want.
I rolled a 5, so if you roll higher.
20, natural 20.
Okay.
Hmm.
You find a legendary.
Well, since you're investigating his shield, since it's all the bones, you can basically tell that they're bones of dwarven people from the area, is what you have to guess.
Good catch.
And I mean,
Yeah.
yeah,
It doesn't look like child bones.
you're not an anthropologist, so you don't know if what
Dwarven children.
all you can tell is that they're dwarven. I mean, yeah, they're just bones.
Is there anything else in the room?
In the room, so the long hallway, you guys, you all look around.
Are there any
So-
weapons in the room? Or any items?
No weapons or items in the room. It's completely bare. But there is, hold up. So there's a wooden, creaking door to this side here.
Like
It's
shield.
y'all's left, and up ahead. What's y'all's passive perception?
Oh.
Perception?
Yeah, my perception is probably really high.
Oh,
That's just a wisdom modifier. Passive
Yeah.
wisdom.
19.
14.
Okay, so you can hear sort of this
Mine's 18.
you hear wind passing basically from way up here on y'all, way in the front, and you look all the way down. There's a solid stone set of double doors
Where's the wind coming from? Behind us? Or
in front of y'all. Way
Wait, I thought the one door was to the left.
the one door is directly to y'all's left, but you hear wind moving up into the.
I want to go check out the one door.
Okay.
Hey, do one of y'all want to throw me through the window?
Yes, I will do that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Go
Who
ahead.
has more strength? You.
You probably do. I have high dexterity. I have 10 strength.
Alright, I'm
Oh,
gonna
I
put the
15.
shield in front of me.
Okay.
And then-
Shield up,
Yeah, shields up.
like Captain America.
Shields
Fucking
up.
going through
Shields
this
up.
Okay.
Alright, shield up. I'm
I'm not
gonna
gonna-
grab him. One hand on the collar, the other hand on his. I'm assuming you're wearing a belt.
Left hand on that
Tail.
Okay, one hand on his collar and the other
How
hand
large are you? How large are
firmly
you?
gripping the base of his tail, and then
How large are you and how large are you?
well, I'm a human, so I'm probably just 6'1". I'm like me.
How large are you?
I am 220
Okay, so you need to make a strength roll.
Okay, so that's gonna be plus that. And I don't have proficiency, so 7. No, 8.
Okay, so you grab him and you literally cannot move. Like he's so bulky, you're like,
Just go fucking run through the door.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
go
now
for
I throw the cleric through the door.
Hand me the fucking shield.
I handed him the shield before I threw him through the door.
I have the
how
shield
much do
ready.
you weigh?
I weigh.
Doesn't matter. I rolled,
Here
I
and
rolled a 22.
75 pounds.
175?
Yeah.
Make a
22
strength.
strength.
Okay, yeah, you can successfully throw him
Okay.
with your massive lizard folk arms.
Good God.
Alright, he also has the bone shield, like,
Okay.
projected.
Yeah, he's got-
I will not
Sure.
take damage from the door or anything behind.
Alright, so he went through the door.
Yeah. So
Was it unlocked? Just
It's
it
in
was
there.
unlocked. It was- so you just literally bust through this door and it splatters into splinters. You roll on the ground. The shield crumples into nothing. You stand up and look around, and it's a library. There's a bunch of different bookshelves
We
all
should
over
do
the
that
place.
next later.
The room,
Smash Pass through the window.
the room is actually pretty small. It's a small, like, little study. There's a desk. There's a desk open, and you can sort of see onto one side. There's this item kind of propped up onto the wall.
I'm gonna take it.
Okay, you grab it.
do roll an investigation in the room.
Okay.
Oh,
Before I
God,
do that,
yeah.
Sorry, I'll give it to him.
so I'm gonna roll perception as well. That's a 16 plus 7.
16 plus 7.
23.
Okay.
Quick math.
So while you're investigating, you found that
Already
magic
just said
item.
that.
So tell me what the name is again.
Okay. It's Elysium's Radiant Bolt. It says 6 out of 6 at the top. That must mean it has some sort of magic spell tied to it. So it must be attuned.
Get contact, please.
It must be attuned to gain benefits. All successful hits deal an extra 1d4 radiant damage. You can use one charge to shoot an Eldritch Blast.
Oh
That
shit.
deals radiant
Oh
damage.
shit.
While equipped, you can use 2 charges to cast Fly without needing to concentrate. Ends in 1d4 minutes. Restores 1d6 plus 1 charges every day at dawn.
Use all that shit for Eldritch Blast right there.
So
Yes.
just for the sake of tonight, you don't have to attune to it. Just so you can use it.
Okay.
Word.
Because it says you need to be attuned. Most magic items you need to attune to.
Okay, that's true.
Alright, so also during your investigations, you're looking on the desk. There's a scroll
I take it.
of magical property, so you need to roll Arcana on it.
Let's go.
I'll give it to you.
He
It's
followed
okay.
you in.
5.
Okay, no, it's fine.
5. So all you know is that it's a spell of
I give it to Jay.
3rd level, and it's got some kind of fire property to it.
Yeah.
I
You
give it
slide
back
Hey,
I give it back
I'm
to
offering in return for that my magic maul that is
Yeah.
magical and will hit and not have disadvantage against rates.
Sure.
Can I use sleight of hand to take away the scroll?
It's 2-handed, by the way.
What?
And it
Can I
has.
Actually,
Oh,
you just have it covered.
Wait, what?
No, you can't.
I'll just give it to you. You
He's-
gave me
he's
arrows.
looking at
It'll
it.
be
No, no, no.
payback. That would be payback for the
After he
arrows.
wants away.
But I mean,
He's
you
like
have a
putting up,
magical
like,
melee
wow,
weapon,
scroll.
or is your?
Where'd it go?
Just go ahead and take it
Alright,
because I think it would be more useful. It's just a maul, and you can look it up in your book, but it's
So,
Why don't you just tell me what it is on there.
it's I didn't write it down.
Yeah, so after y'all basically loot the shit out of this room, is there anything else y'all do in it?
Well, what else?
What's a
is there to
spell? Do you have the spell?
I mean, you guys looted all the valuables. It's just a bunch of books. There's some drawings and notes on the desk. Yeah.
roll like a history check.
Hey, dog, I need that spell.
What spell?
The spell that.
That I gave him. That I found. Gave him.
So I
The
rolled a
scroll. All you know is that it's a fire spell. Of
Can
third
you
level.
roll an Arcana check?
No, because you already did.
So I rolled a 1 for history.
Okay.
Does that mean?
So
that
some shit
Forget
went down.
everything you know.
Lose 5 and
Shit occurred.
Shit happened.
Lucky for you, I didn't tie a DC to this, so you're just reading the book. The books.
Thank God.
So a lot of these books
So write that
are basically
2d6.
books
plus
describing.
2d6.
Hey guys, chill. A lot of these books, David, are books
Yeah.
describing the magic of undeath.
Yeah.
And raising things back to life, how to control the undead,
Okay.
different properties about them. Something in particular that stands out on the desk is that
Just tell me.
there's okay. Is that there's
I mean, this attack bonus is just. Yeah, I know. But every weapon is just proficiency plus your strength.
But yeah, And some of the other notes, actually, this will be important for all of them. For some reason, it keeps going back to like revenge and like gods of undeath. This is all written in Dwarven, so you can loosely take. Can anyone read Dwarven?
Let's see. Let us check.
I read Draconic.
No, it's not.
What about Undercommon? I speak Undercommon.
It's not Undercommon.
What about regular common?
It's in Dwarven.
David.
But I can read this, so is it in this? No.
Wait, what is it?
Dwarven.
Damn. I speak Abyssal.
Yeah,
and
so all you
Infernal.
can tell is that there's something about, like, maybe revenge and gods. That's all you can tell.
Just looking for keywords. Revenge.
Like, from what you've heard of what words mean in Dwarven.
Hey, let's go to the stone doors now.
Hey, let's.
Yeah.
Is that y'all's decision?
Yes.
Are you going to tell them what you saw?
Real quick,
Okay.
let me cast Unseen Servant. It has like
They can just look at it.
It's weak.
Hey, what you got there?
Did you grab? Sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's fine.
Oh, you're such a bitch. Just tell me what you want to do.
Fucking, I'm casting Unseen Servant to take point for the group. And it has like 10 AC or whatever, and like 1 hit point.
Okay.
I
know what
so
it is.
that's just gonna walk in front of us.
All right.
Wait, was the thing that we were talking about like a thing, like a physical thing,
That
or
I'm
just a
asking.
thing that I know about?
That I just
There were
asked.
notes that you found on it.
Other notes. Okay.
Yeah, so they can look at it right now. Did you grab the notes?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course you did. Of course you fucking did.
Show them my pants.
All right, roll for perception.
No, roll for insight.
Motherfucker. Insight, so 9.
9 and roll sleight of hand.
You get hit that much.
One, that one.
Yeah, it's a spear.
What damage is it?
2.
Just
Whatever a
one
spear does.
Fuck yeah.
I'm still not taking the notes out my ass.
Yeah, so
Yeah, too.
you see him shove it
All
in
you
his
know is that I
asshole.
have notes in my house.
And I do sleight of hand. I take it out of his ass.
You
before
could
he
just
puts
take it out of his ass.
Sleight of
Okay,
hand.
yeah, no, I take that shit out of his ass.
Okay, so the notes are basically it's in Dwarven.
Finger popping each other's
It's in Dwarven, but there are words on there that are that
Just tell
like,
him, don't
they
tell
aren't
them.
they aren't specifically Dwarven. They're like he's gonna know.
Are they abyssal or infernal?
No, they're just it's like a word. It's called the word is phylactery. It's in common.
I speak that.
Yeah. And you can see these pictures and drawings of like this large red gem on it. That's what you could tell.
It's Coca-Cola.
But yeah, it's got like different like weird looking magical equations, or if you could call it that. And,
So
like,
quick maps.
yeah, quick math.
Quick maps.
Yeah.
It's
2 plus,
So, yeah.
2 plus 2 is 4 minus 1, that's 3 quick maps.
So, yeah. Anything else?
I put it back in his ass.
Okay.
Sure. Alright, I walk outside the library.
I thought,
All right.
No, you live outside of the library.
You awkwardly walk with the notes stuffed up your asshole. Okay, so you're back in the hall, the dusty, stale-looking hall that hasn't been touched in years,
And I take
Wow.
out the rear of the group again.
like your mother.
can I do a perception check of the ceiling?
Okay.
Because
Oh.
that's fucked me before.
What are the exact dynamics of the ceiling? Is there anything up there?
It's just not gonna work, Johnny. Just don't even.
So 6.
Okay, it's just
Definitely a
chiseled rock.
Looks
Like
the ceiling.
like they didn't even bother paving it. Whoever made this, it's just rock that's being held up by the
Dog, you
columns.
want me to give it a try?
I mean, why? What the fuck?
I don't want to get fucked by some spiders again.
Okay, true that.
Oh,
True
shit.
that.
I rolled a nat 5.
Nat 5. What about you?
That's gonna be a 19 plus 7.
Okay.
So, do I notice anything at all about anything in this entire rock?
No. it's just rock ceiling. It like
So,
someone
like-
mined the shit out of this place, and they used columns to hold up the rough ceiling, basically.
Wow.
Okay.
Let's go through that fucking door.
Alright.
Okay. And the ceiling's probably about like 40 feet up.
That's 1, 2, 3.
40 feet?
40 feet going
How
upwards.
about the
It's
4?
pretty high up there.
That's a
1, 2,
high
3,
ceiling.
and
Yeah.
Yo,
Next to the altar.
4.
They're big ass columns.
Sauce.
It's a dwarven made
Sauce.
place.
Not
So-
ketchup.
How wide is the hallway?
How wide? 20 feet wide.
Why? I don't know.
I mean, I rolled such a high perception, I feel like I should really just be acknowledging the beauty of the
Yeah,
architecture.
you are. It's dwarven architecture.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
Alright, so we walk into the door.
Okay, so y'all walk over there.
Is it his thing in
So
the front?
you guys notice, because you have high enough passive perception, there's a grate on the right side, like a metal grate, and
Like, what do you mean?
like a metal grate that's
Sewer grate.
yeah, like that
I don't
in the
know.
side of the wall. So it's very small. Only a creature of size small or lower can fit in it.
Can a
Seems like
a
Tifa's
teeth fit in the...
You're the size of humans now.
I'm also the size of a human. And Jake is a human.
Oh,
Can
actually,
Jake send his thing in there?
my thing, just turns out it's invisible.
Yeah, I know.
Oh shit.
So
That's
that
awesome.
bitch
That
is
doesn't
going in
help me.
there.
Yeah, but
It's also shapeless, so it can take any.
I
It's
know.
like mist.
I don't
I've
say
seen
that.
I've seen this one before. Okay, yeah.
So where's
Sorry,
it
my
going?
bad, my bad.
Where's
there's
it
a grate.
The
like,
grate,
on the
it looks
on
like
the
it
wall
goes-
right
it looks
by
like-
the door.
Yeah.
Is this
It
this
looks
where
like
the
it
wind?
goes away and turns. If you
So
look
does,
into
so
it.
does it look like it's like one of those like either like the AC vents on the
Yeah.
side or it's
Yeah.
like it looks like one of those like
A
mailbox.
medieval looking, Renaissance looking like that.
Okay.
Like
Send
it
that
was
shit in there.
drilled in there.
Is this where the wind is
Wrong.
coming from?
No,
Yes.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yep, the wind's coming through.
Send that shit in there.
As he's doing this, I'm using sleight of hand to take that fire scroll that he got.
Okay, go ahead. And what's your passive perception?
Natural 20.
Ah, you
It
got
doesn't
it.
matter.
He's took it.
From me?
Yeah,
Yes.
from you.
And you didn't see a thing.
Yeah, you have no clue. You still think it's on.
That was a natural 20?
Yes.
Why did you steal it?
He gets nat 20s on sleight of hand. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, but do you even use spells?
He does now.
Can I roll like a quiet Arcana check to see what this is?
I mean, you don't have to make any sound when you look at it, so no, you can't. But they already made an Arcana check on it.
Alright, well I rolled a 2, so
Yeah, you.
You got the same of what we have.
it says
It's
fire.
it's a third level spell of fire property.
No, it's got a fire emoji with the number 3 next to it.
Okay.
Yep, that's what it is.
That's a
Okay, so you
3-day
send
streak
your
on Snapchat.
so you send your unseen servant through.
Yes.
Okay, so
What does it say?
can you see can you see through it, or does it have to report back to you?
I mean, I thought you knew everything about this already, but
I was waiting for that. I was like, here it comes. He's gonna bullshit with this.
He's like, oh yeah, sure, okay.
Of course.
Why wouldn't I be able to do it?
does simple tasks, it can fetch things.
It can fetch things.
I'm pretty sure that
It's-
like it can communicate with me, but like I'm the only one that can hear it.
Okay.
So like
So it's
yes,
over
I
top.
can't really see through it, but it can tell me what
It can
to see.
tell you
Like it can put it in my
Telepathically?
mind. I'm creating this thing with
with
me.
your mind.
So
So it's
it's
like
not
an
like an
imprint of you.
escape. Yeah, it's like it's
An
not like
invisible imprint of him.
it's not like an extension of me, but it is a part of me, and only I can like. We're on the same wavelength. What does it say? Just tell me. What does it say?
So
It's like radio.
you walk in. It basically it floats through this small space and it kind of emerges out and it sees basically this dwarfish figure hunched over a small skeleton, and it's like real light. It can barely see. It's really dark. The only thing that's lighting this place is this large red gem that's in the middle of this skeleton's body, like laying there on an altar.
Can you send
Wow.
can you send a little thing with
Yep.
a dagger?
And so you're looking around. Basically, the dirt,
Do I have
the
grenades?
ground,
Sharp
the
and
ground
cold.
changes from paved stone to dirt. It's so this area is so large you can't see the walls except for the wall that it comes out of, which is rock. But then it just keeps going, and so it just keeps expanding into darkness and darkness above as well.
Wow.
Do you have a shape-shifting spell to where you can go through there and
We
live?
tried to-
All right, can it hear things?
Yes.
Okay,
Of
so
course it can.
so this dwarfish figure is basically trying to cast these different like magical things into the gem, and it's like, oh, they'll pay for betraying me. This you and he's like basically muttering to himself and like crazy ramblings and stuff like that.
This is a living one.
Do you want to move it closer and see? Can you make checks with this thing?
Yes.
You don't know that, do you?
You don't either.
So tell me what it says.
I mean, it just says it's invisible, mindless, shapeless force.
So it's invisible.
Okay. Okay. So do you want to move it closer to see?
Yes.
Dude.
All right.
It can also pour wine.
So you move
Says
it.
that.
So you move.
Pour one.
So you
Can you carry a dagger?
So you begin to move it closer, and then the figure perks up, and then it does like one of these, and it looks at it, and then basically it's this face of this old wizened dwarf with like a large, like a white beard, and then its eyes basically light with blue flame, and then you can see skeleton features coming, like the skin peeling off his face, and then that's it. That's all you like. It's gone. Your connection to the servant is gone.
Oh shit.
They found the Ark of the Covenant.
Oh shit.
So what do y'all do? What do y'all do?
So my motherfucker died?
All you know is the connection was broken.
So it's wait, you send a little piece of yourself over there?
I mean, it was
a little
a
piece of
spell.
yourself
It's
time?
in your wiener.
Psychic damage.
No, but it didn't do it. Okay.
Alright.
So guys, what?
So what else is in
Oh.
the room besides the grave?
That's all. And
I
probably
can
where
wait.
y'all are.
Yeah.
Is the two large stone doors.
Okay.
That's it. Do you want to
Is
make
that
like a
just in
check?
front of us?
Do you want to make a check
Hold
or
on.
something?
Yeah.
I conveyed to them what I saw, except about the red gem.
We already know about the red gem.
But they didn't see that the red gem was in there.
Oh.
Y'all don't know the red gem.
You only know it
Okay.
because I told
I
you.
got you. That's cool. It's fine.
Okay, what?
I'll accept. I'll accept it.
No, we won't.
Mr. Honorable over here. Fucking
Also, just really quickly for the audience, your magical weapon, the Elysian Bolt of Radiance.
Yes. Do you want me to show them the picture you drew? Because it's really good.
Yeah, sure. So it's a large gold and white, basically crafted staff, and it's gonna fuck up the focus.
I know, it really is.
And it's got these
Yeah,
like
this'll help.
shaped
No,
golden
that won't
wings.
help.
No,
That
Jake,
definitely
Jake,
won't help.
Jake.
Jake, stop.
Will that really know? We'll see later.
Yeah.
It's fine.
This is
Um,
a test. This is a test.
But it's got these golden shaped wings into it, with this large dark looking point on the spear,
Yeah.
and it basically hums with power as you
Wow.
hold it. Yep. It's
Mm.
not that loud. Shut up. It's not. It's just vibrating. It's not making noise.
Does it glow at all?
Stop.
Going on with the glowing.
Not unless you fired something out of it.
Fire arrow shoots at it.
So ridiculous. Not at it, out of it.
Oh, never mind.
I rolled.
Psych, I was kidding. Hey, why don't we walk through this door?
I rolled.
Yeah.
I rolled an 18 perception.
Okay. So the doors,
There's two of them.
the doors have been actively used, and you can see that this is where the dust on the ground is originating from. It's blasted outward from the bottom of it.
Okay.
But yeah, the doors themselves, you don't even know like how the hinges work. For some reason, it's all stone. So it's obviously a dwarven design because no person could actually make that work, but it does. And so it
Call me
swivels on
fucking
stone
stupid.
hinges. It swivels on stone hinges, and it's got stone handles. It's pretty crazy. But other than it's just a slab of stone. So
Okay.
So
Can we
for
tell
some
how
reason,
big
I'm
the
buying
room
too much
is
of my
from
cards.
like this side of the door?
the doors,
Hey, why don't we open the fucking
the doors are pretty large. They're like probably 5 feet over your head. You could still pull it open, but it'd be like you'd be pulling with your strength. You wouldn't have to make a roll on it, but you'd have to like pull it open.
Okay. Let's go. Let's go through the doors.
Okay, so explain to me how where are y'all
I'm in
situated?
the back.
You want to move to the front, or whoever has the most hit
You
points?
don't have to be in the line.
I do have the most hit
Oh,
points.
that's true.
You
How
don't have to
about-
be in the line.
Let's.
Y'all want to do 2-1?
I'll take point. Yeah. Let's.
Jake does magic. You want Jake in the back? And
Jake.
in front?
Yeah. Definitely blank should be in the back.
No.
Actually, while we before we probably get into combat pretty soon, let me go ahead and do True Strike, which is a cantrip that gives me advantage on my next strike.
Next attack.
Good play.
Thanks, Coach.
Let's go in.
All right, so you guys begin to pull open these massive stone doors that got like as you pull them open.
Oh.
Uh,
So wait. It open outward.
Yeah, they open
Alright. So
towards you.
I take one. You take one, and then Jake's just kind of standing out there.
Are we doing it
Okay.
where it's like he's ready and we're like
Yeah.
out,
We're on the-
we're
yeah,
out
yeah.
of view?
I'm holding my
Elysium.
Elysium
Elysium.
Radiant Bolt. I've got it like this.
Super long.
Okay, so do y'all go in?
Yes.
Or no, we open
No,
the
they
door.
open it. Is there anything
Okay,
immediately right?
so just like I explained to him,
Yeah.
large expanse, it just keeps going into darkness. The only light
Is this that
source
same room?
is emanating from a red shine from something hunched over the door figure, and then it stands up and it turns around and just looks at y'all.
I see.
Behind the door. You would have
It
stayed
says-
behind the door, see if he attacks him, and then we do a
Okay, so here's what it
roll
says.
with advantage.
It says, come into the light and face me like men.
I'll see you
Door.
later.
Hey, why don't you come here? We asked you first.
It just there you go.
Hot enough.
Play chicken.
Uh,
No,
just-
we're gonna play chicken.
I am Bask Face. What is your name on stage?
Okay, so
As I say that, you're working your mouth to make it look like it's you talking.
It's like
So-
we get the Bernies over here.
basically your bodies begin to move without
Who sees
y'all
him?
attention. No, everyone's.
Okay,
Without-
so
without-
that means from the way we're positioned, we just hit the wall.
No. He begins to walk for y'all.
What do you
Basically, he's moving
He's
your
controlling
bodies.
your
forward.
mind.
He's controlling your
Fuck.
bodies. And so you guys forcibly walk into the open space, and you're situated basically like
Can I whip my dick out, try to distract him?
this.
Whoa, it's so small.
No, it covers the whole thing. The hallway
Yes,
after
my
is
dick
there.
covers the whole thing.
And then it basically says, "You mortals dare invade the crypt of a Stormborn!"
Yeah.
And
Yep.
you making me laugh. And it says,
You're safe. Think we made
"The
it.
gods of light failed me once, and I will destroy them." And then it basically, these
Already
hands begin to
jabbed
burst out of
already.
the ground from all different directions, and you see these basically zombies begin to crawl out of the ground, and everybody's about to roll initiative.
That's awkward. 18.
Nat 20, motherfucking
Yeah.
And I'm gonna take last instead of first this time with the same roll, 14.
I rolled an 18.
Well, I technically got a 22 if we're gonna be on, but I got a nat 20. Or 23.
Goddamn wet. Don't touch it. Get your dumbass wet ass
Oh,
hand.
he's behind us now?
No, that's not him. So as he begins to talk at y'all,
Oh, where's
uh,
him?
this-
Can we get a figure?
the dust from the ground lifts up and it starts swirling around him, like fast, to the point where it's almost as if there's this
I
force
just
field
saw
around
this
him.
boat in half.
Hey, can this be our bad manager?
Sure. And he flies probably about 50 feet in the air, really high. You can't even see him anymore because it's dimly lit.
He's within swimming distance.
And
40 feet.
Yeah. but the whole room, like basically dust and dirt starts to pick up off the ground and is swirling all around y'all, and basically
Wow.
like around this big ass area.
It's a super
And you can see it still encompasses. So as he lifted off the ground, you guys can see the skeleton of what looks to be a dwarven child with a giant red glowing gem in its chest.
That
Very
looks
accurate. Very
kind
accurate.
of like this.
Oh man, we don't fight kids.
No, doesn't look like that.
It has a
So-
red.
Just grab some shit. To
Did you
mark
say
that
it
by.
kind of looks like that just because it has a red thing on it?
Yeah, it has a red thing on its chest. I mean, how many figures in this bag do you have?
Okay, sure.
Let's see
It's
if
just
there's
this.
some shit I
It's
can do.
this. So you see this? This is what it is.
So is that the dwarf or is that the other thing?
This is the dwarven child. You can't see the lich anymore.
Oh, it's a big
Fuck
ass-
yeah! Why did I not know I had this? Horde Breaker, when you attack one creature, attack another creature within
Okay,
5 feet of it,
okay.
the same action.
As he begins to fly up, there's this large rumbling that's going throughout the cavern. And the things start to descend, like rocks start to break down onto the ground. And then this massive explosion of dirt happens in front of y'all. And then this gigantic undead zombie ogre crawls out of the ground and is in between y'all and the corpse. And everybody roll initiative.
We already did. I have a 23.
Can I make an
Yeah.
animal handling?
23 to nat 20.
I have a 14.
Can I roll for animal handling?
You have a what, Vast? Or not, or blank?
I am Bask.
Vast, what do you have?
18.
Okay.
Oh shit, I just found out I also have a +2 bonus to quick range weapons.
Wait, are you making that shit up?
Let me just
Right here.
roll this.
Archery fighting style.
Oh, you're fine. Yeah.
Well, no, I'm a ranger.
I'll roll for everyone here.
But I mean, that makes sense. A ranger.
Alright, so we're fighting. There's 5 things on the battlefield. 3 zombies.
3 zombies, 1 ogre
Zombie,
zombie.
one
And this thing is a corpse.
And the thing is, so it's like an undead.
No, it's just lying there.
It's just lying there. Hey guys, you all cover me as I charge to the.
Hold on.
I have those hit points, so I should probably charge to
So first up is Big Shack. What do you do?
Big Shack.
You retain basically your bodies because you can tell he wants you to fight, and you begin to hear this like cackling coming all throughout the cavern, just like undead cackling.
So I'm gonna use my bonus action to use Hail of Thorns,
Okay.
which basically says the next hit with a ranged weapon deals 1d10 piercing damage.
Okay.
Well, hold on, wait. It says within 5 feet of the target, so I'm gonna move up to where it's 5 feet away.
5 feet of the target. Which one are you moving?
I'll do it.
Wait,
later.
who is this, by the way?
I can't
Sam.
do it.
Okay.
Just go.
Fuck it. Okay. That's you.
I'm Basketbacks to remember to the ogre.
Yes.
Ogre. Oh, hi.
So, and then I'm gonna fire 2 flaming arrows at him.
At what?
At the same time, at the ogre.
He's gonna
Okay.
slide between those.
Fire 2 flaming arrows, so add the flaming arrows and then add the hail of thorns.
How did that
Also, where do I? It says a +2 attack bonus with ranged weapons, just naturally.
Yeah.
So where do I add that?
On your both attack and hit.
Okay. Well, that's.
So what'd you roll?
That would be a 9,
Okay, and then second shot.
and then a 12.
Okay, both of them hit.
So I have the attack, the +2 to attack and damage. You said.
Yeah.
Okay, sick. So let's see. Now I've got 1d8. Then I have to roll or 2 of them. So 8, 4, and then so do I add +2 to each of them because it's 2 arrows? Or the +2, or is it just 1 +2?
Yeah, +2 to both.
So that would be 12 plus another 4, so 16 damage already. Then I add Jake. What do I add with the flaming arrows?
1d6.
So 2d6 because it's 2 arrows.
So that I'm already at 16, 18, 19, and then I also with this thing I get a
Add hail
1d10.
of thorns. Yep.
1d10. So
Oh, the 1.
and a 9. So what is that?
18 plus 9. 27.
So 27 damage.
27. Okay.
Whoa. Good play. Good place.
I got
Those
it.
natural weapons.
Hold on, I gotta calculate. So, you sidestep to the side and launch these 2 flaming arrows right at. They whistle through the air and light the room up, and blast right into the side of the ogre zombie. And it kind of and then sort of comes back, and then bam, another one right in its face. And you can see the eyeball and the skin just melting off of its face as it just stares at you, fucking dumb-faced.
The team definitely went.
What'd you do, 27?
The team whip.
The team definitely went screw up.
Yeah, that's exactly what it went. Alright.
Yeah.
So, alright, next up,
Bask,
you can hear the cackling intensify throughout the room. And, alright, and hand me the player's handbook real quick. And so,
What is this? Is this just an ogre that I just attacked?
Undead zombie ogre.
Oh shit.
Alright, and it's looking for this.
Yeah,
Well,
shows
I'll
you.
go look.
I should have looked this up before, but whatever. And it is. Where is this?
It's where you like pull some bullshit where you do 44 damage in one turn.
Where is it?
These rabbits Snapchat.
Okay,
Oh, no,
Loki,
you have to find that.
what's the? Does anyone know the properties for the spell fireball?
25 million damage.
Cherry ball. Cherry ball. Cherry ball.
Okay, here we go. Right click the flash.
Where happens in the alphabet.
Okay.
In between 3 and exclamation point.
Yeah. So this basically massive fire kind of emanates. You can see it way up in the distance, and it starts hurling towards y'all. It gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So it's 5, 10, 15, 20. So right here, it's gonna hit this one and this one. So that's Vask and blank.
Nah.
Which one is this?
That's blank and that's that's
This is Vask.
nah.
All right, it hits all you idiots. And so let me roll this real quick.
Oh damn! I wish you would have hit me. Because guess who's resistant to fire damage?
I'm a
Cool.
lizard.
I think
I'm also resistant to fire damage.
That's a good one.
Also resistant.
Yeah, so y'all take 20 points damage.
Just no saving throw or anything. Just instant
I
fireball.
don't think you can do that. I'm triggered.
Well, good thing I'm already enraged.
There might be. Hold on.
Trying to pull a fast one.
Yeah, he might be trying to pull a fast one.
Oh yeah, make a save.
Oh, good. Wait, for what?
It's
It's alright. I'm just gonna subtract the 20.
make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Well, now that you reset it, 19.
19. Okay.
Shake. Make a dex saving throw.
Oh, Dex?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. 5.
Okay, so you take 20 points of damage. You take 10. You duck out of the way a bit, and it still scorches your
Okay,
side,
am I still
but you
enraged?
get completely.
Wait, are you still?
lit up
Did you
by
find out if you're immune to fire damage or not?
Am I still enraged
I
from earlier?
What?
Am I still enraged from earlier, or has the rage gone down?
How long does the rage last for?
Did you go to anger management?
I did.
Uh-oh.
I went to some counseling. And,
Then it's probably gone away.
and it didn't work. So no, I'm pretty sure it's like has like a minute duration. So I'm just gonna go ahead and subtract 2.
Next up is
Fast pace.
Fast.
Alright, well, using his 40 feet, he's gonna run over to the child dwarf's body,
Okay.
Got that out.
and he's gonna.
You're gonna need to make a
Still.
I wasn't in range of any of
you
them.
ran past the ogre.
How close do you
Alright,
have
well,
to be?
I
for
ran
You
like
left it to
I ran
tackle.
right in between.
Okay, how much feet is that?
What?
How many feet is that?
I have 40 feet.
that? No, but
Okay, count
between them. Hold on.
Oh, there's
You
5 feet
here?
in between. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
That is
Exactly
40. Okay, 40 feet.
boom.
Oh, boom.
I'm gonna grab the 2 hand axes, and I'm gonna swing at the gym.
At the gem?
Yeah,
Okay,
with
so
the-
make
I swear to God, if you blow all
attack
of
roll.
us.
Guys fly across the room.
make attack rolls.
Okay.
Mm.
Uh,
Mm.
okay, so I rolled a 10 and a 16.
It's almost like your
Okay.
right arm is way stronger than your left.
Yeah, so the first one comes down and cracks right into the gem, and it's like
Shit.
stuck in the gem. You literally see souls flying out of this
Be
gem and
free! Be
screaming.
free!
They're just screaming like,
I'm
and
helping
screaming
you.
and flying into the air and going through these different crevices and holes in the ceiling. And your other one comes down, shatters this bitch. It explodes. There's souls flying out everywhere in direction.
Go, my children, go!
Yeah.
You get a soul.
And
You
then
get a soul.
And the game is.
you hear like this,
Roll
this like, like screaming. You see the Balgris flying down from the ceiling and clump into the ground. He looks really damaged, basically. His skin starts to fall off his whole body.
Roll
And
credit.
you see just the robe and his skeletal form. And then he, like, with a limped hand, goes like this and makes some, like, circle. You see in front of him this shadowy purple flame in, like, a portal formation form. And then he flies right through it. It disappears, and all the zombies just die right there.
Including the ogre?
Yep, they all just sit, like, their bones, their flesh, they all just like slowly melt
Go
and
to dust.
disintegrate into the ground.
Yes!
Yeah.
Y'all
And
can
that's
thank me
it?
later.
Yep. So you guys leave the dungeon,
How many
and
HP we get?
the
Oh my God.
undead over the next couple days, basically a few still attack the city, but it grows less and less in number, and until it's done completely.
How many HP
And
we
they
get?
pay y'all like 500 gold pieces each for it.
Sick.
Shouldn't have done it. Fucking cheap ass.
Experience points, if
Only
you really want to
500?
count on that. Total for the whole thing, it would be some shit like. How much is
9,000.
How much is y'all's total?
I have no idea.
We weren't given a
Yeah, we
It'd be like 10,000.
10,000 out of 10,000. Level up.
Sure, why not?
Alright,
Alright.
level 20.
But yeah, that's the end of this
Okay,
episode.
everybody freeze!
Shut up, shut up.
No.
Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe and comment and all that.
Smash the like button!
And biggest thing is make sure you share it to all your friends. Thanks so much for watching, and yeah, that's it from us. Thanks.
Thanks.